You ever get the feeling that something's watching you, even when you're alone? Yeah. I used to laugh that feeling off too, until the cameras started watching me back. I worked night security for a small office complex about 20 minutes outside the city. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid better than sitting at home doing nothing. My shift ran from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Just me, a pot of stale coffee, and a wall of old security monitors that buzzed like a hive of angry bees. Most nights, nothing happened. A raccoon tripping a motion light, maybe a janitor who forgot to clock out. I'd scroll through the feeds, half asleep, waiting for sunrise. But 3 months ago, things changed. It started subtle. Camera 4, the lobby feed, flickered for half a second. Then it froze on a frame that didn't make sense. There was a man in it. He was tall. Too tall. Dressed in a black suit that looked soaked through, like he'd been standing in the rain. He wasn't facing the door or the desk. He was facing the camera. At first, I thought it was a reflection or a glitch. But when I checked the other angles, the hallway, the front entrance, the stairwell, he wasn't on any of them. Just the lobby feed. I leaned closer. His face was blurred out like static crawling across his skin. The timestamp read 2:31:04. When I blinked, he was gone. Every screen flickered, and suddenly, every feed showed me. Not the hallways, not the lobby. Just me sitting at my desk from 10 different angles. I watched myself blink, except on one monitor. The version of me didn't blink. That was the moment I knew something had followed me through those cameras. I quit the next morning, told Phil I was done with night shifts. He didn't even argue. He just nodded, like he understood completely. That was 2 months ago. Since then, I've been trying to move on, working days, sleeping through the nights, avoiding anything with a lens. But 2 nights ago, I got an email. No subject line, no text, just an attachment. A single video file called 02_31_04. I clicked it. The footage wasn't from the office. It was from my apartment. The timestamp was live. And there, standing in the corner of my living room, was the same figure from the lobby. I slammed my laptop shut. But when I looked up, my TV had turned itself on. Same image. Same figure. Only this time he was closer. I pulled the plug, sat in the dark until sunrise. But when I checked my phone this morning, the same file was there again, auto-downloaded into my gallery. The thumbnail showed my face. Not from last night, from right now. I'm looking at it, and I can see myself sitting here, talking. And in the reflection behind me, he's standing closer than before. So if you ever see a folder on your computer named 02_31_04, don't open it. Don't click it. And whatever you do, don't look at the screen too long, because once it starts watching you back, it never stops. I replayed the footage, but that moment wouldn't load. Just static and an error message. Corrupt file. The next morning, I mentioned it to my supervisor, Phil. He barely looked up from his coffee. "It's an old system," he said. "You'll see weird stuff sometimes." But when I said the time, 02:31:04, he froze for a moment, then just said, "Don't worry about it," and walked away. That was the first night. The next week, it happened again. Same camera, same time. Only this time, the man moved. Slowly, he turned his head toward the camera and leaned forward like he was trying to look through the lens. Then, every single feed went black. All 10 screens, for exactly 10 seconds. When they came back, he was gone. I went home that morning and downloaded the footage onto a flash drive, thinking I'd figure it out later. But when I plugged it into my laptop, every folder was empty. No videos, no errors. Just 5 empty folders with names I hadn't created. You shouldn't watch this. 023104, and one called, "Behind you." I shut the laptop and didn't open it again for a week. By the 3rd week, I started feeling watched even when the monitors were off. I'd catch movement in the reflection of the screen, a shadow, a shape. But every time I turned around, nothing was there. Then one night, I got bold. Or stupid. I looked straight at the lobby camera and waved. For a second, nothing. Then, on the monitor, the man raised his hand and waved back. I stopped breathing